Hey, and welcome to another episode of You Love Comic Books. This is episode 38 of a show that I do on YouTube where I showcase recent comic book hauls, stuff from my collection, comic book speculation, and stuff from my weekly pull list that I usually do like a little mini review on. If you find yourself, watching this video and you don't already subscribe, it's probably because you like comic book haul videos. You collect comics, you love comic books. So, you know what? Why not give this episode a like? Help me destroy the algorithm on YouTube so that more people may see this video. You know what? Why not subscribe? If you like this video, you like comic book hauls, I try my best to do the best comic book haul video on YouTube. I'm just saying, I'm not, trying to be modest here. Just kidding. All right. So, yeah, you know what? Give the video a like, subscribe, leave a comment. If you have any questions on any of the stuff that you saw in this video, feel free to leave a comment and I will respond accordingly. Also, there's some links in the caption of each episode on YouTube of this show. There's a link to my Instagram, which is You Love Comic Books, and to my eBay, which is You Love Comic Books, where I sell a lot of comic book collection, like series, like mini series, stuff I'm trying to just, stuff that I enjoyed over time, but it's gotta make room for the other books. Some trades, and a decent amount of toys on there to choose on, and some Dreamcast video games that I have on there. Real rare ones that are very hard to find. I just added a bunch of Jack of Fables, the entire series, and a couple other miniseries in regard to the Fables series from DC Vertigo. Just in case if you're a fan of Fables, I was a big fan of that comic for a while. But again, gotta make some room. So that's on my eBay. Check out the links. All right, let's go into the haul. Okay, this is from a weekly pull. Actually, this is not from my weekly pull list. I stopped buying Batman, as a new book. I had to weed down how many books I buy, and I enjoy Batman, but $5 like every 2 weeks kind of adds up. I don't know, whatever. But I saw this, I had to grab it because it's a homage, whatever, to Amazing Spider-Man 316. So this is a cool variant cover. This book I'm hearing too is could be a potential Batman key. This is the first full appearance of Failsafe. Not to say that this is the next Joker of any kind. Remember, the one key thing about a Batman villain, or any character that gets introduced in any comics, Marvel, DC, Image, or any of that stuff, is the way these characters usually survive is, do other writers and comic artists want to draw those characters as well? That usually helps those characters grow and get huge. So I don't know if Failsafe's going to be one of those characters. We'll see. But there is a new character introduced in the series that might make this book a little bigger, and that is Penguin's daughter and son. But I think it's really going to be the daughter that gets all the attention. So I don't know. I think it was worth getting. Happy to have it. Twig number 4. I find this series delightful. It's got it's very well done illustration. I think this is the Peach Momoko variant. It's nice. I would have probably preferred to get the regular cover. That's just what my store had. Whatever. Happy to have it. There's something about this series. It comes off like a children's book in a way, but there's a darkness to it. So I enjoy it. So we'll see where this series goes. Okay, on to the haul. That was the new books. Got this one for $1. Blaze, Legacy of Blood, 1 through 4. I don't know if this is a huge thing. It was $1. It's in really, really nice condition. I think any of these Midnight Sun books are going to pick up. So if you could find any of the number ones of any of those series for $1, I'd say it's worth picking up. Got this one. This is my second copy of this. I originally got this on eBay. I think I paid more for it. I don't know. Whatever. Happy to have this. This is the, well, besides being the first, I guess this is considered the first team up between Spider-Man and She-Hulk. But this is the first time that, like, I guess Daredevil's in the same book as She-Hulk. And I don't know if you guys are aware, but if you've seen any of the trailers, I don't think this is a spoiler, but let's put a spoiler warning. I know, spoilers. I don't have any graphics team to work on this, but Daredevil's in this, is going to be in the She-Hulk series. So any of there's the She-Hulk, I don't know which volume it's considered. It came out in like maybe 2014. I showcased that in recent haul videos you can check out. I have 38 other videos you can look at. Daredevil, that's considered the first like Daredevil She-Hulk team up. I don't know what this would be considered, but they're in the same book together. So I think this one's going to pick up as well. Got this one for $4. It's in really nice condition. Happy to have it. And I think that new She-Hulk series is going to like blow up. A lot of people were making fun of the CGI, but all the new trailers showed like that they made it better. And I think that's going to be like one of the most popular series that Disney Plus puts out. That's just my opinion. I haven't watched it yet, but from all the clips, it looks really enjoyable. It looks like a lot of fun. I think it's going to be a huge hit. Captain America 276. This is the first full appearance of the newer Zemo. I guess the son or the grandson. I forgot the name. But this is the iteration of Zemo that we see in the movies. This is what it's based on. This is the Zemo from the Thunderbolt series. And so just another key, I showcased 275 in a couple episodes ago, and then last episode of You Love Comic Books, I showcased issue 277, which is the first Zemo cover appearance. So, happy to have this. It's a really nice condition copy. Alright, here's some $2 books that I got. Figment #1. I've seen this in the store. I don't know if it's like a big thing, but I always love the cover. Happy to have this. It was $2. Got another one of these for $2. This one's like, I would say, is like a VF condition copy. Still really good to get. And just for $2, it has the poster inside. It's a very nice copy. I don't know, like I don't know if I could say it's near mint, but happy to have it. I am gonna pick these up, and I see these for cheap. I'm gonna grab them. I think this is gonna be another potential. This is just my opinion. I am no expert on this. I'd say if you like She-Hulk, if you can find these for cheap, Marvel Comics presents number 18. This is the first Sensational She-Hulk. This predates Sensational She-Hulk #1. This is the first time She-Hulk breaks the fourth wall, which is going to be in the new series. This it's in here. Got this for $2. Happy to have it. Hey, if it doesn't amount to anything, who cares? I paid $2 for it. It's a great book. So, happy to either way. Yeah, that's a ticket. Marvel Age 130. Here's another book I got for $2. Happy to have this one. And it's a newsstand. See, newsstands, this is from 1993. So this is around the time where newsstands, the number between what is like, I guess, when someone says like, oh, I got the newsstand variant from 1985. I mean, that's cool if you get a really nice condition copy, but the newsstand starts to get rare after like 88 or 89. You can find this out online. And other shows like Lords of the Long Box and everything, they talked about this. But 93, to get a newsstand is pretty good. They get rarer. Like, I think if you have like a newsstand from like 2004, it's like it doesn't even matter what the book is. Like, people want it. But I was happy to get this. It's a really nice condition copy. It's got this awesome Monsters cover. It also, just show this real quick. Well, I originally grabbed it. I didn't realize that, I guess, Marvel Age at this point started doing 2 different covers back and front. This is the first Marvel's Alex Ross. I guess so this predates Marvel's #1, that awesome Alex Ross series. And I made sure there's a poster inside. So that's kind of cool. So, happy to have this. And again, it's a newsstand. I would say it's a near mint. Very nice near mint. Well, almost near mint. That's a subjective term, right? But look at that. And it's nice white cover. Awesome. This one I'm happy to grab. Not like this is worth like a ton of money. I got this for $2. But it's a Frank Miller Captain America story. Now, the interesting about this, and I'll showcase this one too, is that so you get your like kind of like what we know of Captain America. I mean, what we know Frank Miller, the way he draws. This kind of like post Ronin. Same thing with this cover. Right? I think this came out in '84. So I think he just worked on Ronin. He hasn't even done Dark Knight Returns yet. But this is like kind of, it's got like a little thumb here. I would say like a VF copy. Look at that though. Nice, like really barely any spine ticks or anything like that on a black cover. I love this back cover. But look at this. This is what shows you the evolution of Frank Miller's art. Because the interior is kind of like really like his pre-Daredevil work. But so basically, Marvel Fanfare, it was like a series that Marvel had where I guess a lot of like comics that were just sitting in like an editor's like fill-in issues, stuff like that, one-off stories. I still think this is a great iconic cover. Happy to have this. I'd say this book, when I see it in stores, on average goes for like $8 to $10. So happy to get it for $2. Okay, this is kind of cool. I'm going to showcase this before I go into the bigger books that I got this week. Again, I'm not a huge toy collector, but I was in the past, and I kind of just focusing on comics. But I do really love some of these reaction figures I've showcased. You've seen like in the background my Misfit figures or Circle Jerks, the band, or I showed you in previous episodes of the Andre the Giant figures, which I thought were really awesome from Super 7 Reaction line. This is amazing, though. I love this. So this is basically, if anybody probably 45 and older, let's just say 40 and older, know about the Shogun Warrior Godzilla toy. This is a recreation in like, I guess we'd say like a 4-inch scale. But basically, in the original Godzilla that was part of the Shogun Warrior line, his tongue, you can kind of see how it kind of sticks out, and it was like this piece of plastic. It showed like flames. But then the other thing, because it was a Shogun Warrior line, the hand shot off, like the way the Shogun Warriors did. And I don't think it shoots off, but I think it might come off because there is a seam on that. I don't plan on opening this. This is going to get hung up on the wall. I'm happy to have this. I love this. I think this is a lot of fun. I love the way that this is a recreation of that toy. If you ever seen it in stores, the one thing I noticed is usually the tail is missing or the hand's missing. Like, any of those things that could come off. So, just something fun to showcase. Happy to have this. All right, on to book, a little bigger. I'd say the bigger books. Shuri, #1. Been eyeing this one for a while. It's looking more and more like Shuri might be the replacement to, in Black Panther. In Black Panther 2. So this character's going to blow up. Now, you can correct me in the comment section. I could be wrong. Is this the first Shuri #1? Not her first appearance or anything like that, but like her own series. Pretty sure it is. So, pretty cool. Minor key, I think. Happy to have it. It's in really, I'd say it's a near mint copy. And look at that, beautiful cover. Happy to get this one. Beast, #17. This is more of a mid-grade. Still really nice. Colors really pop. I love this cover. So basically, Amazing Adventures is a line of comics. We're kind of like Marvel Premiere, Marvel Spotlight, Marvel Feature. They would do they have like stories in there. Some of the characters would have like multiple issues. Like Marvel Spotlight had a big Santana run. Ghost Rider's first appearance, I think, Spotlight, and it ran for a few issues. Doctor Strange in Marvel Premiere, Adam Warlock, etc., etc. Deathlock. So Amazing Adventures, I think it's 11, could be wrong, or 12. That's the first furry beast, first appearance. It's either 11 or 12. That's the expensive book. And then Amazing, it's 11. You can correct me in the comments if you want. This is the last issue of that line. So I've been slowly picking away at these. These books can go for a lot of money, actually. They easily go for 20 and up. doesn't even matter what condition they are. Like, they're just, and this is such a great cover. It's actually like it is, like I said, it's the origin of Beast. I was looking at it. It's mostly a story in the past, pre-furry Beast, and the joke is that he acknowledges that his storyline is done, and an Amazing Adventures was being taken over, I think, by, like, I don't know who took it over next. It was either Morbius, could be wrong, or no, that's Adventures into Fear. You know what? I don't. Oh, Killraven takes over in number 18. So Beast acknowledges it, that he's being, like, kind of canceled or something. I don't know. But he shows up eventually in the Avengers, in in his furry beast form. I just get a kick out of this line. It's like the monster books were back in Marvel around this era. Then you start seeing Frankenstein, Dracula, and they kind of, X-Men is in this weird limbo stage where X-Men was canceled. So all their characters, Beast wasn't furry in the original first 66 issues until this series. They didn't know what to do with these characters yet until Giant Size X-Men #1 comes out. So kind of happy to have this. I have issue 14. I'll slowly chip away. I want to find really nice, at least really presentable, not beat up. This is a decent copy. I mean, it's got a little chipping over there, and I think a lot of the defects could be pressed out if I really wanted to. Happy to have it. Long Shot number 3. I've been looking for this one. This is, I feel like, is the hardest one to get in this miniseries, unless you buy the whole series completely. It's a newsstand. It's the first appearance of Mojo. So 1 and 3, I think, are like the biggest books in the 6-issue miniseries, which early Arthur Adams. Happy to have this. I've been looking for this one for a while now. So finally, after, me and my brother got issue number 1 back in 1986. I still have that copy. And it took me, oh my God, let's do the math, 36 years to finish the 6-issue series. So, hey, a little bit of a procrastinator, but whatever. Daredevil 53. Nice, I'd say mid-grade plus issue of this book. This is the origin of Daredevil, telling the origin again. I'm not a big Silver Age Daredevil collector. I'd say this is like my first one. I hope I don't start something. Unless I, find really good copies for a really affordable price. One of the reasons why I got this, and I think why this book's going to blow up a bit, is one, it's his origin. It's an amazing cover. I think this is the first time you see him in the yellow and red costume, or whatever this was. I don't even know what it was considered, yellow and red. I'm not sure. That's his original costume. Up to issue 1 through 7 is that costume, and number 8 is when the red takes over. So, again, I think there's going to be some interest in this series, in this version, because when he shows up in the She-Hulk series that's coming out, he's in a variation of this costume. And I think that's going to make, obviously issue 1 is very, very expensive. 1 through 7 are very expensive. But there are some like random issues where throughout the series, and I think people are going to try to gobble those up. So happy to have this. All right, 2 more, and then I'm done. Captain Marvel 18. This is key significance of this book, besides the fact that it's an early Nega Bands. An early version of this costume. I think 17 is when he gets the new costume. It's how Carol Danvers gets her powers. Now, I think they might have retconned how she got her powers. But in issue 18, originally, this is the issue where Carol Danvers got her powers, the current Captain Marvel. All right, and here's the one I've been wanting to get for a very long time. Happy to have this. Peter Porker, The Spectacular Spider-Man, number 1. So I've always been perplexed by this series. Basically, like, this is a one-shot. I was always confused by this. This is the one-shot issue. And then the 1 through 17, I think issue 1 through 17 in the original series, that's the one, the famous Dr. Dr. Doom cover with Spider-Ham, and Dr. Doom looks like a duck. That's issue 1 to the Spider-Ham series. So this is a one-shot that came out in 1983. I didn't realize it was that old. I was buying Spider-Ham when I was a kid. I don't know if I even ever got this one. I know I had the other cover. So happy to get this one. This, I'd say, it's like a nice VF copy. Got a decent price on it. Guy at the store to go to was really cool. He gave me a 15% discount on everything that I bought, so kind of brought the price down. Happy to have this. Now I just need to get to complete Spider-Ham from the 80s, is 8 through 12. And unfortunately, number 12, I think is going to be an expensive one because that is one of those Borders, 25th anniversary Borders book, like where the Marvel characters are around it, and especially like the Stars comics. So it's not even Stars yet in this until Spider-Ham series starts, I think. Those go for a decent amount because I think they're just rare. You know, they were more considered kids comics, or I guess kiddier, like younger. So it's hard to get these books. It's hard to get these books in good condition because a lot of people destroyed them. They were considered like funny books, so they're not like, they didn't get treated like X-Men books back in the 80s. So a lot of people probably didn't even bag them and just didn't care for them. So they're hard to come by. I never see. I've seen this in stores, but they usually want like $50 for it, $40 for it, and I'm always like, it's not right that moment, or it's like not a nice copy of it, so it's not worth it. But to find finding issue 1 is pretty easy, but to find the rest of the 17 issues it's tough. So, but when I do find them, there's a lot of enjoyment involved. Now I know I could probably go on eBay and get them, but you know, part of collecting comics, the fun of it is the hunt. So, right? Okay, so I would say this was a decent haul. Not a huge one, but gave me time to talk about these books, why I got them, why I want them. Some of them, you know, obviously there's a value to them, but some of them there's a value to me. I usually don't, you know, like, I'd say that there's a spec in this book, but you know, I'm not like telling you like, oh, go out and get 10 copies of this or whatever. I want you to like, you know, do you enjoy these things? Like, I'm not buying books that like variant copies of books I don't care about or anything like that. I'm trying, unless like, you know, find it for $1. It's stupid not to get it. You know what I mean? So yeah, if you like what you see, you know, give the video a like, subscribe, become part of the You Love Comic Book conversation. Check out the links in my caption. Join my Instagram, You Love Comic Books. Check out my eBay, You Love Comic Books. And yeah, so you're gonna see a previous video here, previous video there, and the subscribe button right there. All right, thank you and have a good one, guys. Later, bye.